Now, we'll show you guys what's going on here, and this is a typical thing we're having with the Commanders, and what it goes down to is the fact that there's a lot of heat because of where the exhaust is and the environment you're running this thing into, and it causes a bit of an issue with the clutch. So here's how the clutch on this thing works. So when you step on the throttle, the clutch engages like this through centrifugal force and the fingers pushing it out. As it's doing that and grabbing, it grabs onto the belt, drives the wheels, and all is good. The problem happens when you lift off the throttle. You see this little bearing or this little bushing right here? That grabs, and that's not good.
Yeah, you were talking about just kind of the junk that gets in there, and that can kind of bind that bearing right there, and then it pulls it out, and you get that little space right there. Then the belt rides on that, and it cuts that groove into the belt.
So if you pull the clutch apart, you can see that inside of here there's a bearing race, and that's where the issue happens. So you take this thing apart, you look at it, make sure there's no galling, no dirt, debris in here, and everything should be fine. Because the end result, besides a bad belt, could end up to be that.
Yeah, this is an extreme case of some bad things going down, right? Because the belt, it just deteriorates over time. The cords become exposed. They start whipping around and chewing into the clutch. Now, besides just cleaning it or replacing a belt, now you got to replace a whole clutch. Like I said, that can be a lot more expensive.
And I'll tell you, it's not going to be fun having this thing disintegrate sitting alongside of you. I'll tell you, that's for sure.
Not at all, but we've got the new belts right here from Gates. This will slide right in there. They're approved by the original equipment manufacturers, so that's good to go. And they're easy to find. You don't have to go on a wild goose chase because all the major automotive retailers have them. You can find them at your power sports dealers. They're right there.
Yeah, it's the Gates G-Force CVT belt. What's great about them is they're laser measured to be dimensionally exact to OE, and what that means for Matt and I is the fact that they're going to go in easy and they're going to fit perfectly, so that's great.